You may love your girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband, but if you don't know how to speak his love language, you will make them feel frustrated and unloved. And when somebody does not feel loved and appreciated, they can walk away of you. That's why, for the second episode of my summer series, Reading 60 Books in 60 Days, I'm gonna teach you how to speak the three most important love languages with your family, your friends, and of course, your loved one. From the book The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. The first thing to know about love languages is that there are five of them, all representing actions or things that make a person feels loved and appreciated. The first language of love is words of affirmation. For these people who pay more attention to what you say to them than to whatever you could do or give to them. Those who prefer you telling them I love you than you giving them a car. The second language of love is gift. As you may have guessed, this is for people who really pay more attention to the material and things that you may give to them than whatever you could say to them. The third form is act of services. For people who prefer having you to help and supporting them than you speaking or giving them things, for example. The fourth form of love is physical touch. For the people who like physical contact, kiss, hugs, things like that. And the fifth and last language of love is time quality. For the people who just want to have you by their side, no matter if you say something relevant or not. Now that you know the five love languages, let's dive into how to show them in your family. Struggle showing love to people in general. It might be related to the way your family used to speak love languages. Usually, if you find yourself uncomfortable saying I love you to somebody, this means that the love language between you and your parents when you were younger was more intellectual than emotional, which means that you had to understand that your parent loved you because they were your parent, and by every gift or every attention or the words they used to say to you when you were younger. If you've grown up in such a family, chances are that you don't know what is your love language or don't understand what is your love language, and you don't know what is your parents' love language either. So the thing to do in this place is to express love. Expressing love does not mean to tell to your parents that you do love them. Expressing love comes down to choosing to look for their interest. Hopefully, this one does not take you time. It does not require any effort, and it is something that will take you a second to do. Deciding to express love will immediately fix your love language and your relationship with your parents. Of course, by relationship, I mean the way you speak love languages. When I say fixing your relationship, I mean started expressing any form of love language to them. Then you start behaving with them. Then you turn your then intellectual love language speaking to a more emotional. If you used to observe your parents, chances are you know what is the love language of one of the two, because they, of course, and obviously, will not speak the same love language. But in the first place, you may even choose to express it in your love language. You can do it in the case you don't know any love language actually to speak. But this will help. What any human being needs is love. And when somebody expresses love to you, no matter how, it always touches you somehow. And this is the very first step to fixing the love language you speak in your family. Love language with friends. Knowing how to speak in your friend's love language will help you in one specific way. When they need help, you may speak in their love language to show them that you are present to help them, to show them support, which will help them to get better faster. And to express to you how to actually show love language to your friends, I'm going to take an example that happened in my own life. I had one of my friends who just broke up with his girlfriend. I noticed that my friend was somebody very positive. Usually, everything you say to him, whether positive or negative, may affect him, but affect him more than it would usually affect me. He used to tell me about the disputes between his father and his mother, the way they used to talk to each another, that used to affect him. And my friend is already 20 years old, but these small things still affect him. That what made me notice that my friend's love language was words of affirmation, that he needed to hear positive things. So when he told me that he broke up with his girlfriend and it was just so close to depression, I used to tell to him positive things every day. To tell to him everything I noticed he was doing very well. I started reminding him everything he was good at. And every time he does something very good, I used to tell to him, hey bro, I noticed that this one was very good and very well done. And I did it for 1 week. And then the second week, and I started noticing a difference. My friend was feeling better. I could not replace his girlfriend, but the words I was telling him were making him feel better. And this is how you use love languages to help your friends getting better. When you just notice and understand the love language, you just have to start speaking in the love language to help them feel better when they need help. You may also speak your friends' love language to get them to change their behavior. Now let's move to the last point and the most important and interesting in this video: how to speak love languages with the person you love. In dating, love languages comes to more things than simply the 3 kind of love languages we will know, that are of course very, very important, especially in the long run. But in the very beginning, it comes to 3 things, but 2 are the most important for me. First, embracing the weaknesses. When you begin a relationship, for it to go the most smoothly possible, you have to embrace your partner, meaning your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife's weaknesses, and show them that you love them just like they are. And the second thing, of course, is by listening to what they have to say. Then time will pass by, of course, and you will come to a point in which you don't know if you still do love your girlfriend or your husband or your boyfriend anymore. When you start wondering these questions, it does not mean that you have stopped loving them. No, it means that the excitement of the very beginning of the relationship has ended. And this is completely normal. It is something natural. And what you do to fix it, you then choose. In the long run, you choose and decide to keep loving the person you used to spend time with. And how do you choose it? You simply speak in the love language. It depends on you at 100%. This was the second episode of this series of 60 videos in 60 days. I hope this one was useful to you and it may help anyone, anyhow. If this video was useful to you, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow for the third episode of this series.